He is the face of the #1 video game company in the world. The most recognizable video game character ever. The video game character all video game characters strive to be.
It's me, Mario.
The lead in so many classics that any list involving the Mustache Man would be a tough one. The only rule here, you have to be able to play as the plumber.
That worked for me.
So without further ado, hey, I'm Stuttering Craig.
And Handsome Tom.
For ScrewAttack's Top 10 Mario Games.
Okie dokie.
10.
Everybody knows where Mario started, running, jumping, and throwing fireballs. So why did it take so long for him to return to 2D platforming bliss?
The second most popular DS game ever didn't disappoint, giving hardcore plumber players all the basics as well as some new toys to play with. Throw in some mindless but fun mini-games, and you're golden.
The only bummer about New Super Mario Bros.? Its length. Only 8 levels long, which can actually be shortened to 6 with a little bit of skill. Nintendo left us wanting even more 2D Mario greatness. Let's just hope it's not another decade before we see New Super Mario Bros. 2 Turbo Hyper Edition.
Number 9.
Sticking with the handhelds, Mario's debut on the original Game Boy helped drive sales as a launch title for the lime green screened Wonder Brick.
The first Mario game not created by Miyamoto, Mario Land held true to what made the original NES title so great, but now the portable plumber did battle in the occasional submarine and airplanes.
This game can't be overlooked. It's the third best-selling Mario game of all time. 18 million copies sold. And I love this game.
And I do too.
Number 8.
Up until 1996, Mario gameplay was fairly standard. And then the makers of Final Fantasy came on board and threw a monkey wrench into everything that Mario was about by making his battles turn-based.
What? A Mario RPG? Yeah, and you know what? It was good. Easy to play and a new revolutionary combat system that allowed a second hit with the tap of a button made Super Mario RPG a big hit amongst both role-playing fans and Mario enthusiasts.
One of the final Square-produced Nintendo titles of the 90s, this game was so big it packed 32 big megs of memory. Whoa!
And that's about the size of a downloadable game on Xbox Live now.
Number 7.
After the success of Tetris, the only logical step for Mario was to hang up the overalls and put on a doctor's outfit?
Named the most rewarding and frustrating play in a Nintendo game by Nintendo Power, Dr. Mario featured some addicting fun and even more addicting music. You like this song, Handsome Tom?
As a matter of fact, I do. Wow, Nintendo Power named a Nintendo game good? Who would have thought?
Using Mega Vitamins to ward off yellow, blue, and red fevers and chills was awesome in single player, but the multiplayer was what really made Dr. Mario rad.
Number 6.
By far one of the most successful Mario spin-offs has been Mario Kart. It started with the insanity that was Mario Kart and went to 64, and then to GameCube. But by most people's estimation, the best Mario Kart is on the DS. Why?
Because not only can you play your buddies at your house, but you can also play your buddies across the entire world! Wi-Fi's awesome.
Wi-Fi made a game everyone already loved and made it crazy better. So the only question is, when will Nintendo learn from the greatness that is Mario Kart and make online play available for other great games, like Super Smash Bros.
Speaking of...
Number 5.
Super Smash Bros. Is such a damn fine game, but is it really a Mario game? Well, can you play as Mario? Yes. It just so happens you can play as a crap ton of other players too.
The best fighting game Nintendo ever made deserves to be somewhere on the list. The beauty of Smash Bros. Is that it took the simplicity controls of the Mario franchise and somehow managed to turn that into a great fighting system.
Not to beat a dead horse or anything, but wouldn't that online play we were just talking about work great for Brawl?
Yes.
Number 4.
Before internet gaming was on people's minds? Hell, even before the internet was on people's minds, all Nintendo could think about was using its new SNES and its 32,000 colors to make a new 16-bit Mario adventure.
Turns out the most important color they used was going to be green, to create one of the most beloved sidekicks in gaming history. No, not him. Yoshi. Nintendo was lucky. Sometimes adorable sidekicks aren't received very well.
It's me, Jar Jar Binks.
Number 3.
Not only one of the best Mario games, but one of the best overall games in history. The first 3D Mario set the standard for all games looking to make the jump to the third dimension. A camera that gave you total control to see your surroundings of an already extremely well-controlled plumber made Mario 64 not only fun to play, but easy to play.
For its time, the graphics were just unheard of for a console game. And the music? Classic. There's a reason why this game was humped by reviewers when it came out, because the gaming world had never seen anything like it.
Number 2.
Do we really need to say anything about the original Super Mario Bros.? It set the standard. It led video games back to a massive audience. And even now, it's the most downloaded virtual console game ever. I love this game.
I love this game. Everybody loves this game. Without the original, gaming would suck and wouldn't be what it is today.
Without the original Super Mario Bros., ScrewAttack wouldn't exist. Alright, let's recap before we get to number 1. Number 10, New Super Mario Bros.
Number 9, Super Mario Land.
Number 8, Mario RPG.
Number 7, Dr. Mario.
Number 6, Mario Kart DS.
Number 5, Super Smash Brothers.
Number 4, Super Mario World.
Number 3, Mario 64.
And number 2, the original Super Mario Bros. 1.
It's number 1.
How can you top the original? Well, if you played 3, you'd understand. A game so big, an entire movie was made to hype its release.
So I give you Super Mario Brothers 3!
That scene still gives me goosebumps. A huge number of power-ups, warps, that huge land with big guys everywhere, incredible graphics. Damn, this game is just incredible. If you have an NES, you have to have this game. And if you've never experienced this greatness, we pity you. And your children.
You know, you could put Mario in just about anything, and it'd be awesome.
Yeah, anything. Man, we telegraphed that one so bad. Of course Mario's been in some crap. So we're gonna keep the same rules. You have to be able to play as Mario and take a look at the 10 worst. So you might as well throw Mario is Missing out the window. Because remember, you play as Luigi.
We've gone through and played every one of these. And as much as it pisses us off, we're not gonna cuss. We've already got a nerd who does that enough for us.
You're fucked.
See?
So, hey, I'm Stuttering Craig.
And I'm Handsome Tom.
For ScrewAttack's top 10 worst Mario games.
Number 10.
Aw, fuck.
Dude, no cussing.
Man. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, when these new things called computers came out to a mainstream audience, Interplay saw something.
An opportunity to help teach young children how to type? Ha ha ha! No! They saw a pile of cash and they wanted to be Scrooge McDuck. So they made Mario Teaches Typing.
While the game actually serves somewhat of a purpose, the big sticking point for us was the music. It was supposed to sound like the beautiful sounds of Mario World. But with those great DOS sound effects, it sounded like a retarded R2-D2.
Number 9.
Oh, I can hear the fanboys freaking out now. Yeah, the US Mario 2 was a pretty cool game, but our main problem was that you were never actually playing Mario 2 to begin with. You were playing Japan's Doki Doki Panic, just with Mario's grill slapped all on it.
Yes, we know the whole background behind the game. Miyamoto worked on Doki as well, and the real Super Mario Bros. 2 was too hard for us stupid Americans. But all that doesn't matter because the entire game felt like a lie. A lie that has scarred us so much, we had to put it on the list.
As a matter of fact, just talking about it feels like pouring salt on an open wound. It burns.
Number 8.
We all know the Mario Brothers' primary job, plumbers. But they've also done demolition? An early game in the NES library, Wrecking Crew was about as boring as Luigi was purple.
Why the hell is Luigi purple? Anyways, a game based on breaking down walls, this Mario title didn't do a whole lot of that for the video game industry. Often forgot about, it's probably a good idea to keep it that way.
Number 7.
Speaking of totally forgetting about things, I bet Nintendo would like to forget about the Virtual Boy. We know the console sucked ass, but why?
Aside from the headaches it caused, its extremely small game library was about as appealing as a punch to the nuts. Poor Mickey. I got him good.
Trying to take full advantage of 3D capabilities, the original Mario Tennis allowed gamers the feeling of having balls flying at their face. Wait. That didn't sound right.
No, it didn't. And as cool as the new Mario Tennis games are, the original set the standard for suck with nothing special about it. It was just tennis. But it was in 3D!
Number 6.
I have one card.
Just 1 year before the greatness known as Mario 64 debuted, Nintendo allowed Interplay to make another Mario crap hole for the PC.
Nice recovery, man. Nice one. Mario's fundamentals allowed gamers for the first time ever to do everything you'd ever want to do with a portly plumber. Like play chess. Or even play Go Fish. Oh yeah, it was great.
Mario, go fish!
Looks like it's time to go fishing again.
As riveting and exciting as that sounds, there was really nothing fun about fundamentals. One interesting note though, this was the first time gamers heard the current voice of Mario, Charles Martinet, and he thinks we're fantastic.
Mario think you fantastic.
Number 5.
With Japan absolutely enthralled with all sorts of puzzle games like Sudoku and crosswords, it's easy to see why Nintendo thought the US would just eat up Mario Picross. Now it turns out the American public chose to pass on using their noggins and ate up another slice of pizza instead.
Part of the problem is trying to see what you're doing. The puzzles were already small, and putting them on a tiny Game Boy screen didn't help either. That and it was boring as hell. Nintendo learned from their mistake and decided to leave the sequels overseas. Good idea.
Number 4.
You would think putting Mario in a game with time travel is an incredible idea for a Mario game. Instead, we got a game geared at 5-year-olds with fill-in-the-blank questions. Sweet Lord! Sure, it's multiple choice, but how many choices do you need?
This is made for a kid? Who really cares? Aren't you supposed to learn this crap in school? Such a phenomenal idea, just crapped on. Nintendo, please take this concept, redo it, and make it the way it should be done. Not crappy.
Number 3.
Oh, baby. Literally. Mario early years preschool fun is not exactly geared towards the developed mind, but that doesn't matter. It has Mario in it, and some of the worst voice and video game history.
Find the picture which makes this sound.
How are you supposed to learn when the words are spread out and doesn't sound like normal speech?
Alright, we get it. The final educational game on our list. We'd like to point out that educational games suck, except for the Oregon Trail. And developers should stick with making games with one goal in mind. Fun. Maybe some ass kicking, but mostly fun.
You chose the triangle.
Number 2.
And yet another revisit to the ill-fated Virtual Boy. With the system heading down the crapper, Nintendo needed something to pull it out of the toilet. Insert Mario Clash. And watch the total demise of the hopes and dreams of the red and black 3D handheld game market.
Think of it as a 3D version of the original Mario Brothers. Yeah, it was great. In case you're wondering, that was sarcasm.
One of the most heavily promoted games for the VB, it obviously didn't do the job. And judging by its shelf life of about 3 months, we're gonna bet you haven't played Clash. Thank your lucky stars. Alright, so let's recap before we get to number 1. Number 10, Mario Teaches Typing.
Number 9, Mario 2, Doki Doki No Panic.
Number 8, Wrecking Crew.
Number 7, Mario Tennis.
Number 6,
Come here, fishy fishy.
Number 5, Mario's Picross.
Number 4, Mario's Time Machine.
Number 3, Fun with Numbers.
Number 2, Mario Clash. So what is the worst Mario game of all time?
Number 1.
Oh yeah, you saw this coming. Originally scheduled to be a sequel to Mario World, Hotel Mario pretty much said, hey, you know all those great things you like about Mario games? Yeah, we have none of them. 30 coins for a 1-up? What the crap? Horrific sound, and controls that, yes, will even make a bunny cry.
Apparently, Bowser was so devastated by getting his ass kicked, he started a chain of hotels. I can't think of any other reason why this game would be based on hotels, but that sounds good.
Dude, you're wrong. The entire game is based on shutting doors.
Yeah, that's really worthy of a sequel to Mario World. I guess you could say that shuts the door on our top 10 worst Mario games. Ha 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 ha. Get it?
You're better than that.